Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are doing a different kind of recording or live. I've not done it on a Zoom before like this with a split screen, but I'm really glad that we're able to do it. And I am joined by my gorgeous friend here, Karen. And you may remember her because she has been on a live before. So this isn't not a live, this is a pre-record. And she's had some really great questions. So we're going to break the questions down and we're going to do a couple of Zooms for this, and then I'm going to be posting these. So this is the first one with Karen. Hi there, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for doing this.
Morning, Ariane.
So ask me your first question, because then we can go into that.
Okay, my first question is, obviously we've had a heat wave. I've been in several meetings where I still need to look that I'm really polished and ready for a professional meeting, and I felt throughout the day that I felt that my makeup is slipping off my face, and I couldn't keep it looking that I just turned up at work. So by midday, my makeup was coming off. It was really hot, and I just really want to know how is the best way to tackle the heat when we've got a heat wave like we have. Or I suppose the same thing applies if you're going to a wedding and you want to have the makeup on so it looks fresh all day.
Or if you're traveling to a hot country that you're not used to, and you've got that,
Yes.
you've got that heat and humidity to deal with, because it is so much different. And we've had a couple of heat waves here in the UK, which really kind of throws us because we're not equipped for this kind of thing. But okay, so I'm going to tell you how to do that, because I have also done makeups in really hot countries such as India, Barbados, and places like that. And, and in Monte Carlo, places where we know that it is warm a lot of the time. And there's a really good way of keeping your makeup on longer. Now, it is kind of counterintuitive what I'm going to say to you, because we always think that we need to put lots of moisturizer and lotions and things like that on our skin to keep it well hydrated. But when it's hot like this, what we have to do is we have to dial back what we're putting on our skin, because our skin gets overloaded, and then we can't naturally release the heat from our skin. So it goes into almost like an explosion, almost like you're having a hot flush. So you have to kind of think of it the same way. So if somebody that might be watching and they go, well, I'm not going to go to anywhere hot, but if you're having a hot flush, the same thing kind of is there, especially if you're having them quite frequently. So what I suggest is keeping your skincare in the morning to a minimum. So maybe if it's super humid, like we were having like 40 degrees here in the UK, or if you're going somewhere where it is really hot, dial back on either your moisturizer, your serum, or your sunscreen. Now, I'm not saying don't use a sunscreen, because I will tackle that in a minute. So what you want to do is you want to keep your skin as clear and clean as possible. So what I've been using, because I have gone through that, I have been using this, which, okay, no affiliation with this company. I have been using this, which has been fantastic instead of a moisturizer. This is the L'Oreal, and it's called the Revitalift hyaluronic serum. So it's keeping that hydration on your skin, but it's not making your skin get all, it's not oversaturated. And it's almost, if you put it on, it feels a bit sticky and then it goes dry. Then I would put on something either like the hydrating primer, which is really good. And you can start doing that, because I know that's the one that you've got. If you're somebody with a really oily complexion and you need to have more oil control or shine control, then I would suggest the mattifier. So I'm going to use the mattifier. So we're using two different products. Now the mattifier I'm popping on, and you're just kind of gently patting it on the same way Karen's doing it right now. So both of these primers will do the same kind of thing. That one is more hydrating. So if you find that you have a drier skin, then you would use that. If you find that you have much more oily complexion and you really find that that shines through no matter what, then you would use the mattifier. Or if you really can't cope with the humidity. The one thing about the mattifier is you do not put this underneath your eyes. You can put it on your nose and on your cheek area like that. Your upper lip, which is great because the upper lip always gets that sort of like sweaty look, which is yuck. And then you can pop it there and on your chin. The areas that really where you get that shine, which is here, the T-zone, and also here around the nostrils and this bit of the cheek, but don't put it underneath. Now with your hydrating foundation primer, you can put that all over your face, including under your eyes. So that is a good thing. So it just, you have to decide which camp you're in. And then when you're going to be using your color product, so if you need a foundation, like you can see I do, or if you need to just cover up a few maybe small marks and blemishes, you don't want to put on lots. So I like using the little stipply brush, and I'm going to pop a little bit, and you can use, you're using the Ultimate Face Tint, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm using,
am I doing just half a face?
Just do half a face, because I know that we run out of time always. So I'm going to just do my half, this half, and I'm just popping that on. And the reason why it's better to do it with a brush and do that kind of stipply thing is because two reasons. One, you don't, if you've got any downiness on your face, like, so a lot of ladies have written to me and said they've got this downiness on their face. If you push the foundation or any tinted moisturizer or anything up into your skin, what happens is it makes those little hairs on your face stand up and make them look much more obvious. If you're doing it with a brush like this, and the way Karen is doing, where she's just kind of patting it on, you're not going to have that same kind of effect. And also you're putting on a lighter layer. You're not putting on loads. So it's a really good, easy way to do it. So you can see how we're both stippling that on. And it's not just our face that has the makeup meltdown. Our eyes can have it as well. So you want to just stop where you are, just on the edge. That's perfect, on your jawline. I've seen so many people bringing it down into their neck. Now, you can imagine if you're getting warm and hot and sweaty, and this is all going like yucky, it's going to get all over your clothes. And it is hard to remove makeup from your clothes. I mean, you can get it out, but why give yourself that extra struggle? We don't need to have that extra struggle. Right. So the next thing we're going to go on to is we'll go on to our under eyes, because we need to obviously put something underneath our eyes. Let me grab my, I had it here. Here it is. Excuse me. So I'm using my mineral illuminating pen, and I'm popping that on. Now, some people, if they don't need a lot of foundation, or they don't have very much coverage, they can just go with either the hydrating primer and a little bit of the mineral illuminating pen, and that's it, or the mattifier and the mineral illuminating pen. You don't have to go all over if you don't want to, and you're going to blend it like that. That's the way Karen's blending it with a little brush is really, really good, because that just keeps it in place. You're not smearing it with your finger the way I did. I do use a little brush. Where's my little brush that I used? So I've got the same kind of, so, and also you can get into those corners and things like that. So either brush or your fingers, depending on what you feel comfortable with. So that is really good. Fantastic. And you can be quite liberal with the mineral illuminating pen. It is not going to clog or crease or crack or anything like that. And it holds up to humidity, which I was really thrilled about, because I've never had to really test it in the kind of humidity that we've had, but I'm very thrilled that it does sort of, it stands the test.
Is that okay?
That looks great. That looks good. Fantastic. So then we're going to go on to our eyes. And what we'll do with the eyes, I've kept my eyes very simple, and that is really the key in this kind of weather when it's really hot. So I chosen my eye shine in Topaz, but you can use the little pots of cream shadow, because both the eye shine
and I've got gold.
Oh, use whichever one. Oh, which one have you got there? You got
the gold.
Okay, so use the gray one, use the graphite one, because with the top that you're wearing, that would look fantastic. So I'll use the goldy colored one, which is the Topaz. Karen is using graphite. And I use it with a brush. So I do the same thing. This is not the brush I use under my eyes, by the way, it's another one. And the reason why I like that is, again, I can get in there and feel my way in. And I'm going to just pop that literally on my lid. Now, even though it's a liquid, or if you've chosen the cream shadows, they're liquids and creams, but these guys do not crease. They stay in place. They really, really do hold up under the heat. And I do this because I know this because whenever I do a wedding and when I've gone abroad to do a wedding where we're in sort of mega heat, these are my go-to products because I know, do not put a foundation on your eyelids. The mineral illuminating pen is a better option. Do not put a foundation on your eyelids because foundations are meant to kind of move around on your face and they're much more mobile and they will make your eyeshadows crease. So you don't want to do that.
Okay, Ariane?
That looks lovely with that. Yeah, it goes so nicely with your skin tone and hair color, that color, really, really nice. Now we're going to choose a pencil. I am going to go for the, I'm going for Jade in my ultimate pencil. The reason why I've chosen the pencil is because it lasts, and again, it is sort of smudge proof, hot proof and everything. So let's put that on, and I'm going to have to grab a mirror because I'm not going to be able to see to do this. So I'm going to.
I've got the green and the purple.
Ooh, go for the purple. The purple will be fantastic. Purple and gray look so beautiful together. That will be a really good combination. Okay. So I'm just going along the top part of my lashes and I'm holding the pencil horizontally rather than pointing it at me, because if I point it at me, then I will reel back. So we want to just do that. And then I'm going to pop a little bit underneath my eyes because I always like a little bit underneath. And then I'm also going to take a little bit on my fingertip and just pop that on the outer corners just to give my eyes a little bit more definition. If you're someone that really has trouble seeing when they're putting eyeliner on, and there are so many people that are under this umbrella because I've had so many emails, take your pencil, put it on your fingertip, and then just rub it along the base of your lashes. And that is a really good way of applying the liner where you don't have to worry if you've got it exact, because you want that liner to be a little bit smudgy, a little bit soft. You don't want a hard line, especially as we get older. Wipe that off my fingers if I touch anything. How are you getting on there with the purple? And you've got the deep amethyst. That is a it's a gorgeous color, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it?
It is. It really is stunning. Well, I'm glad we're using different colors as well, because then it just shows, because I've got brown eyes. You've got, what color are your eyes?
Mine are like greeny, bluey.
Greeny blue.
And they actually change color with whatever makeup I'm using.
Greeny blue eyes, they're like a chameleon color. They are really that chameleon color. So if you've got green blue eyes, and I've had a lot of emails around that, the purple shades are fantastic. They are really, really, really gorgeous. They will bring out both the green tones and the blue tones. The other color that's really nice is Karen was saying that she's got the topaz as well. If you use like something like the bronzite pencil, that will bring out those tones as well, but in a slightly different way. So they both work really well. I'm going to just pop on some mascara, which I have put down here somewhere. So,
on my mascara, would you like me to put the black or the navy on?
Ooh, why don't you do the navy? That would be nice. I'm doing black, you do navy. Now, if you've got a non-waterproof, what you can also use is and I don't have it here in my hands, which is, oh, do I have it? Yes, I do have it. I wasn't prepared. I did have it. You can use the Lash Shield. If you're somebody that you've got your favorite mascara, it doesn't matter which brand it is, then if you use the Lash Shield, then you will make that a waterproof mascara and it will not budge. It will stay put. So that's good. Okay, we go on to blush. I know that a lot of people like the cream blushers. I find that sometimes creams in that super humidity, they have a tendency to go blotchy. So I would like to use a powder, and I'm using my More Than Bronzer powder, and I'm using the peach because I think that gives a nice little bit of color, and that's the peach one. You can also use this as an eyeshadow. So whatever color you want. And like I said, it's yeah. Oh, that would be perfect for what you were. Yeah. And that is the Passionate Pink. And that's the blush bronzer duo.
Yep.
So I'm going to pop this one on for me. That looks really, they're really, really, oh, I got fluff on my face now. That they're just really, really pretty colors that are very flattering. And I find that hold on, I have just got this hair that is driving me crazy. There, I've got that, it's like tickling. So now we want to look at just finishing off. We won't do lips in this video. We're just doing the face. We'll do lips in another thing, but we're going to finish off now. If you still find that you have shine in your T-zone, you can use one of two products. You can either use the under eye and face brightener, which is the one that you've got there, or you can use the blotting powder, which is this one here. So whichever you want. Now, the under eye and face brightener is great for any skin up to a medium tone skin tone. The blotting powder, it can be any skin tone. It can go from the very fairest to the very darkest. So it's a really great one to use as well. And where we're going to put that is just here where we get that shine in that sort of middle bit, which can make us look like our forehead is glowing, just around that nostril area there, across the upper lip and around the chin area. And those are the bits that really tend to go really shiny. And because we're doing it really lightweight, and with the under eye and face brightener, yes, you can go underneath the eyes. With the mattifying powder, the blotting powder, do not go underneath the eyes. So I've done everything that you do not go underneath the eyes with, other than the pencil and the mascara. But Karen has done both the primer and the under eye and face brightener, which really lifts the skin. And that is the best way to keep your makeup on longer. I promise you, it really does not melt down. And thank you so much. And I'm going to be seeing you in another video pretty soon. So if you've enjoyed this, please, make a comment and let me know. Thank you so much, Karen, for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you, Ariane.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.